Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. We got all our big steppers in the house. This is Real Talk Recovery, where we have real life experience, real conversation. I am your host, Miss Mo, and we do have a guest speaker here. We're going to go ahead and introduce y'all to the episode. Okay, let me get my notes up, guys, because this is authentic podcasting here. Okay, we ain't doing nothing for the gram. All right. uh so this episode is hold on, give me one moment, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, this episode is called, where's my episode information? One moment, y'all. Sorry. Big steppers, thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. The sweetest deal of staying the course. The sweetest deal of staying the course. And we have a guest speaker. I want to go ahead and introduce her in, but first I want to give y'all a quick brief of who she is. This is a person that has been born and raised in Portland, Oregon, very much have graduated recently of the mental health court program, and then alone is also a very powerful, accomplished young lady. I see her to be very accomplished because she survived a whole lot. Okay. Her story is even more impactful than you can ever imagine. Okay. And she shows commitment, accountability, good faith. She's a woman of God, and the support it takes to stay the course when life is challenging you at every level. Today, she's going to share what that journey really looks like, not just the outside of the process. Because of that, we bring her here for her to give y'all the understanding of what recovery looks like, how she made it through, to encourage us to do the same thing, to stay the course. We call her so many different nicknames. I call her Shaky. We call, Mahogany. But I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Shahala Mays. I'm a native from Portland, Oregon. I've been in this 12-step program. I'll have 2 years clean, April 24th. Um, I'm just trying to continue to do the right thing, not just for me, but for my children as well. I was in a dark place before, and I knew there was light on the other side of the tunnel, but it just took steps to get there. And my main goal is right now is to keep, doing my recovery, getting back in school to be a nurse, and taking care of my children.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much, Shayla. I appreciate you for coming in and sharing your story. I have big steppers here. There's like almost 10,000 of us big steppers who is really dedicated into healing in the healing community. And I gave them this topic, and they created, and all the five talk. I think we got five topics. Yeah, we have five topics, and they created some questions. So it's going to be off the hinges for both of us to answer together and to just have conversation. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, it's not, there's no wrong or right answers. It's just strictly breeze. I'm not perfect. I'm okay with that. And I know you the same vibe. So
Mm-hmm.
we the vibes, baby.
We
Okay.
the best. We the
So
best.
Shayla, can you tell me about your story? Okay. Like a lot of us in Portland, and we grew up pretty much in the same neighborhood. We all pretty much came from a different part of the US and kind of
Hmm.
migrated into Portland. My family been here for 60 years. How long have your family been in Portland?
They've been in Portland for about 60 years as well. I was born and raised here, so that was back in the 80s.
Yeah. So tell me about like your, growing up in the neighborhood, what neighborhood you from, what that looked like for you, and
Uh,
kind of like what got you into recovery.
I grew up in a nice neighborhood. There was a lot of African Americans in the neighborhood. I went to school at Saban Elementary. It was a nice neighborhood, but things change from here, from now and then.
Yeah.
No, from now to then. So things have changed. But other than that, my neighborhood was pretty good. I grew up off of 17th and Going Street. I just remember being really close with my brother John, and that's about it on that part. But what brought me to recovery is I was married to now my deceased husband. He passed away May 15th, 2003, 2002. And so I woke up to him dead. I didn't feel him touching me that night. I just tapped over and he was cold. So I dealt with that, but the creator was preparing me because I also was working in hospice. So I didn't panic when I seen it. I kind of knew what it was, but still, when it hit me hard, it hit me hard. So we were having marital issues, and instead of turning to the creator, we turned to the outside, which was drugs and alcohol. He eventually had an overdose, and I was just left alone with me and three kids. So after that, me and my kids, but by the time we moved out of our house, a week, he died. So then about a month later, me and my children moved into our own new house. And so I still was going through things, grieving and just not used to him not being here. Of course, the kids are mad. They're taking it out on me because they wasn't there. So they didn't know. And about August, they were gone. The system didn't take them. Thank the creator, but my mom had my daughter, and my daughter's dad had my other daughter, and me and my oldest son had gotten into a confrontation, so he left, and I was by myself, and I just felt my world just shattered down. I didn't know which way to turn. I just know that this was a double grief. So I ended up really being on drugs. Like I was like, I don't care no more. Everything I built was gone. My house, my job, me going to school, my husband, my kids, everything was gone. And so I turned to the streets. I became homeless again. I turned to the streets. I didn't care where I was at, what I was doing. I was just hurt and I was lost. So I always wanted, eventually, that lasted for about 2 years. And I remember on the third year, I kept asking the creator, if you give me somewhere to stay, I promise you I will be clean. And I just kept saying that. But I also prayed. I'm very spiritual. So I also stayed in prayer. I always stayed in prayer. And the place that he ended up getting me to, I had was incarcerated. Downtown Portland, Oregon. I had a warrant and I kept running from it. I was facing 3 years, but by the grace of the creator, I only did 10 months. And so that wasn't my that wasn't my vision or my goal to see that God was going to take me there so he can sit me down just for me and him. I always thought I would be at a family member's house or even find my own housing. I mean, like, he shut everything down to where I only could run was to him. And he was the only one that was there during the dark nights, scary nights, cold nights, hot nights. And when I was incarcerated, I really, really got close with him. Really, really got close. They were taking a long time for me to go to court. One court date I missed. I don't know why. They said I wasn't in a court docket, but I was supposed to go. Then the other one was back in October, and my attorney was telling me, I think you need to be in mental health court. And I didn't know what mental health court was. And now then I'm in denial. I'm like, oh, I know I've been through some things, but I don't need no mental health court. What is mental health court? And so he was like, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm telling you, you've been through a lot, and this program will help you. So October 2024, that's when I took a deal with mental health court. And mental health court is 4 phases. You start at one phase, you go every Thursday. Two phase, you go every 2 weeks. Three phase, you go every 3 weeks. And fourth phase, you go every 4 weeks. And then you graduate it. And so that program was like a year and a half.
Story. Thank you so much for that story. Thank you for sharing because that's grief on life terms, grief on top of grief. And a lot of people like us, we don't understand that it takes a toll on our mental health when we deal with grief, or we don't know really how to deal with grief. And so, what I love about your story just now is that you was honest. You had the fuckets. It was like, you know what? I don't know how to handle this. So the only way I can handle this is through drugs and alcohol. And that's a lot of us addicts. Same here. Tell us more about the mental health court because there's okay, there is forensic peers that help with those who goes through that program. Is that something that you've seen, or was that available for you in your program? Having like a forensic peer to kind of guide you and keep you on your path of the program.
Yes, totally. I did. We call it peer support. And so what they do, they make sure that you see a counselor, you see your psychiatrist for your medicine, and then you have your peer support person that take you around for your appointments and also set you up, so you can pick up your prescriptions, give you resources for places that will help you sustain housing, stable housing. And then you have your attorney, and then you have a DA and plus your probation officer. But that program was a really good program,
Yeah, yeah.
really good program.
Wow. And this is the key of it all. I love this because I've been waiting for a survivor of the program, a graduate of the program, because the statistics shows that a lot of people, this program been around for a while. It's just a lot of people did not have that backing, like a peer. When they added that peer element to it, it helped people graduate,
Hmm.
much faster or just graduate, period.
Yeah.
Do you think that having a peer was like something that really kind of like was the essential part of your graduate, being successful in your new life change?
Yes, that because they kept me on my toes. We had weekly meetings saying, have you done this? Have you done that? And then me
Yeah,
wanting to have that accomplished, wanting to get the help that I need. But I also do agree that the peer person helped me out so much.
that's amazing. Y'all, let's go ahead and take a break. We got so much more to bite into when it comes down to this whole element of lifestyle change here and what the mental health court is all about. Let's dive in and pay some respects to Oregon Health Authority, guys. The Oregon Health Authority is at the forefront of lowering and containing cost, improving quality, and increasing access to healthcare in order to improve the lifelong health of people in Oregon. Their vision for us is a healthy Oregon, and their mission is ensuring that all people and communities can achieve optimum physical, mental, and social well being through partnerships, preventions, and access to quality, affordable health care. Most of the people that we know is dealing with Oregon Health Authority. I love Oregon Health Authority. This is where I've gone and got my license to become a peer support specialist, forensic peer, and so forth. I will recommend everybody that is out in this community that really wants to recover to do some research on Oregon Health Authority. The website is www.oregon.gov, guys. /OHA. Okay, all that information is right there. There's even more stuff you can learn, which is like looking up licensing, certifications. You can also even look for jobs. Okay, if you want public health records or anything else, program services, like for instance, Shahala, since you went through all of this, speaking of Oregon Health Authority, since you went through all of this so far, you have experience now.
Yeah.
So you have experience to become a forensic peer, like the peer that you had on your side, by your side. Is that something
Hmm.
that you would probably kind of like think about?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately. I don't want to let the field of medical go because that was always my dream was to be an RN.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking like maybe I should be able, maybe just a thought, go be a nurse in the mental health field, in the court field,
Ooh,
because what I went through, that experience was so amazing for the turnout.
yes.
And I see, I see and I understand where people come from, but I also love nursing. So I've been thinking about that. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely. We got some big steppers here with some questions. We're going to go ahead and look at the questions that was given to us. We're going to try our best to answer with the best we can, y'all. Listen, I'm working with what I'm working with here. You know, so we're gonna see what's up. All right, guys. So the first question I do see for us is for someone who's never heard of mental health court. What does the process really look like day by day? So, when you were in the mental health court program, what was your day by day routine? Did you have to stop certain things? Like, what was your routine when you was?
um, Treatment, had to
Oh,
do treatment, so a step program. You also had to do your counseling sessions, your psychiatry sessions, and also check in with your peer support and just do certain things like find housing, find a job, do certain things so that way you can be stable for the community.
that yeah, because stability. We know that. I mean, I know when I was unstable, I was like a menace to society.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna get it because I'm struggling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my hardship. My back is against the wall. I'm gonna commit some type of criminality in some
Yeah.
way, some shape, or form, no matter how small it can be. And so that's from me speaking on my experience. And I mean, statistics just shows that. So that would
Mm-hmm.
make sense that that would be a requirement. I love that. That's like
Yeah.
this is not just a band aid being placed over a problem. This is an
Yeah.
actual full fledged surgery
Yeah.
of the court system of mental.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Got you open up everything.
Yeah, like you gonna
Seriously.
fix every aspect of your life, so that there's
Mm-hmm.
no excuses.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So this is
Mm-hmm.
like a
Yeah.
healing program. It's like I'm gonna
Yeah.
heal your lifestyle, like heal you
Mm-hmm.
in your social, your mental, and your physical. Is the
Yeah.
physical come along? How does that work as far as physical? Like, are you required to do any type of healthcare checkups, or I don't know how that works?
Yeah, they want you to do that. They
Okay.
want you to, yeah, because it's all a part of taking care of yourself. So they want you to do, your personal things that you need to do. Exercising is good for your mental, you know.
Yeah.
Going on walks is good for your mental. So they do require a lot of that.
Wow. I love that. Another question we have here is how did mental health court support you differently compared to a traditional court experience?
Mm. It was more personal. It
Mm,
was like they tapped into my life and they seen things that I couldn't even see. Like they brought things to my attention that I didn't even know about myself or know what was available to me. And so my peer support person, I had ended up having two of them, and also my PO. It was very personal. I remember my PO sent me all the way to a 12-step program in Eugene. And so she told me, she said, Shahala, you've been through a lot, and I know you're on probation, but I need you. It's time for you to just to go somewhere out of Portland. So can you please do this? And I said, yeah. And it helped a lot. It's just more personal. They tap in into your life instead of this is what the law says. This is what you're going to do. It's not that way. It's yeah, of course you have to follow the rules, but I'm gonna tap into you so you can heal some things so you don't have to come back here.
it's like it's recovery.
Mm-hmm.
That's recovery itself through the health through the court system.
Yeah.
We are evolving here in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I love it. Another big stepper. Okay, we on topic two. Okay, that first topic was understanding mental health court. So y'all all have an understanding of what mental health court is all about. Second topic is choosing the path to heal. Okay, someone says, can you take us back to the moment you decided to fully commit and what was going on through your mind? So when you decided to fully commit to recovery, did you fully commit through recovery? Okay, let me rephrase that question because I see what they're trying to say. My question to add on to that is, did you fully commit to recovery when you started mental health court? And if so, in what time frame? You know what I mean? How long
Yeah.
did it take for you to get really serious for real in it? Because you know how addicts are.
Yeah.
If we could cut a corner or two, we will. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for real. Seriously, I understand that. Um, it was way before mental health court because, like I was saying, I used to cry out to him, just like, God, if I have give me somewhere to stay, I promise you, I will get clean. And I was just used to be in my cell, reading my Bible, talking out loud to myself, and just encouraging. I was even praying for judges, just not for me, just for their mind, so that they can make the right choices and decisions for the inmate. So I just stayed in prayer, and what made me say enough was enough. I was in my cell. It was my kids. I grew up in that type of stuff. And I never, ever in life want my kids to experience that. And
Yeah,
so it was like enough was enough. No hit was that good than my kids being in my life healthy.
yeah,
So it was before mental health court. I went incarcerated April 24th. I think about like June. That's when I was just reading scriptures, reading the Bible every day, talking to him, talking to him, talking to him. It's like enough is enough.
yeah. I hear you say enough is enough. And you was in the jail cell.
Yeah.
That's when you figured, like, okay, I got some got to shake. And then that's when God delivered you
Mm-hmm.
that program and said, look, and I mean, and that's, I mean, it's like a burning bush right there. You know,
Yeah.
you can't deny that. Like, okay, I've been in prayer all this time, and then boom, I finally go to court and they give me this, and I can
Mm-hmm.
still be outside. I can still actually fix my situation, have somebody there to walk me through this, an actual
Mm-hmm.
friend, somebody who's not going to use what they know against me, somebody who's not going to laugh at me, who's not going to
Yeah.
judge me, and who been through this shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh wee. Um, Another one was there any fear or hesitation about stepping into the process? So when you got that news that it was a possibility, what was your hesitation in it?
I just felt like I didn't need them. I felt like I knew everything that was wrong with me and I can do this on my own. And it's like you never know what you're doing until you stop doing it. And I really needed them. I didn't think I needed them. I was upset, like, why do I have to be here? Then every Thursday, like, this is just too much. This is just too much. I was just complaining about it.
Yeah,
And I just didn't feel like I needed them at all,
yeah, I know what you mean.
whatsoever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and that's the addict mindset
Mm-hmm.
because there were so many times in our lives where we got kind of people dropped the ball on us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got immune to just being dropped the ball on. So we like, you know what? We're not even going to expect help.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And when help come along, it's like, I mean, heck, who needs this? I don't know how long this is going to last anyway. Is this really going to help? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Because that's how I
Yeah.
would look at it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who else has done this before? You
Yeah.
know, show me that it's working, that it can
No,
work.
for real. I also feel like they were trying to keep, even though I was on probation, I feel like they was trying to keep tabs on me more, like more than probation. But they wasn't. They wasn't at all.
Yeah.
Not like I thought.
Yeah, because when
Yeah.
we fresh out, I mean, every time I got out of jail, I'm trying to go look for the next, what. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what the lick is, what I missed out on. And so when I got out of that mindset and I started being in recovery, because that's what it sounded like to me, kind of like that same area of the natural mindset, the impulsion of
Mm-hmm.
maybe wanting to get dip back in, and then you're like, oh man, I can't dip because these people got their eye on me.
Right. Yeah.
In reality, they're not even watching you. It's just that's your own thing. We all have
Mm-hmm.
that little thing. That's amazing. That's good stuff, and that
Yeah.
that encourages people to maybe take programs, because there's a lot of people who don't take programs. They deny the
Yeah.
program and do the hard time, or get out and bump their head again and really do some time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been telling everyone about it. I've been telling them. Some people go to start, other people go to different things and say, no, you need to go to mental health court. There's some things that you probably don't even know you're dealing with,
Yeah.
and they will help you.
Is it for people who have like repetitive, recurring offenses that can get it? Or do you request it? Like, how does that fit from being in the typical traditional courtroom to then being into the mental health court?
So they will come and give you evaluation, the psych ward and stuff. They come and give you evaluation, and then your attorney, the lawyer, will present it to you. But if you know about it, you can actually say something to him or her, and they will get you in there.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Does it clear your record?
No, but I do have some things that's getting expunged right now.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah. And I
Wow,
get off of probation next year.
that is what's up. Okay, so
Yep.
this is like, girl, listen, y'all big steppers, pay attention now. Take some notes. I love this. Let's go ahead and take some time out to pay some respects to a few other. Let me see who we gotta pay respect to. Who gonna shout out to? We gonna shout out to Oregon.gov. Oregon, okay. The state of Oregon is the Oregon.gov, guys. If you are thinking of moving to Oregon, if you are feeling like you want to maybe switch your job and work for the state of Oregon, if you want to even look for more education, everything you need to know about Oregon is on this website, Oregon.gov. Tax forms, vaccine information, child support, DMVs, wildfires to employment. If you are outsider looking in and you think about come on and relocating over here, family, come on into Oregon, y'all. All right, we take care of our people
Hmm.
here. Thank you so much, and let's go ahead and continue. Let's see here. Who's in the chat? Do we got anybody in the chat? We got some people. Let's shout out some big steppers that's in the chat. We got Deborah McFarland. What's up, Deborah
Hey,
McFarland?
cousin.
We got Kay Hunt. What's up with it?
That's my sister.
What's up, John Hunt? What's up with
Hey,
it?
John. I want to give a special shout out to John too. That's
Okay.
my brother. He family business owned. He's the co-owner of Hustle Burger on MLK, Martin Luther King. I think Beach, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm so proud of my brother. He has came a long ways, and I'm very, very proud of him. So I
Yeah.
just want to give him a special shout out and let him know I love him.
Yes. We love
Yeah.
you, John. Good work, man. Good burgers too. They were real good.
Good.
I'm about to get
And
me a
my
burger
sister
now. Look,
Kimaya.
we shouted out the burgers. I'm gonna come through and get me one.
Yeah, we need two.
Y'all make sure you follow John on his site, John Hunt. Okay, find him on Facebook. All right, and you can find exactly where his food truck is. All right, that part. Let's go ahead and get into it. Back into these questions, y'all. Okay, we on topic 3. Staying the course through challenges. What were some of the hardest moments where you felt like giving up? Well, we already talked about that already. But as far as in the court, within the, we know life on life terms, but as far as within the mental health court, when you was going through the process, because it's like a 6 month long. Is it 6 months? How long does it?
um, it's a year and a half.
Oh, it's a year and a half. Oh, that's so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl. Ooh, don't want to know.
It's a year and a half. Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Uh,
So yeah, okay. Thank you, Big Steppers, for this question because this is good. She says, "What were some of the hardest moments where you felt like giving up in the court?"
It's when I missed a couple of meetings for my therapy, and I was just like, "Oh, I just want to quit." But I know if I quit, I'll be back where I was at. So it was just like little steps. I didn't really have too many problems out of them. It was just me when I kept missing my therapist appointment, and I was just like, "Oh, I just want to give up," because she reported it to the judge, which she's supposed to do. But I was just like, I don't.
Why did you miss it?
I had a lot going on, and it seemed like we were having too many sessions. Like I seemed like I just talked to you. So I just had a lot going on, but I took accountability of that. I wrote it in my phone for reminders and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't like nobody in my business.
Yeah, yeah.
I was raised in this mentality in my home, man, where I don't want nobody in my business. You know, it's just
Hmm.
I'm very private. And lady, why you want to, on some conspiracy theory crap? My mind was all over the place when I had to, finally see a psychiatrist or therapist for the first time in my
Yeah.
life. I felt
Hmm.
like they was getting information and out get me and all that, but after after a while, I realized that these people really just want me to let out all this stuff. I got
Yeah.
stuff that I've been packed in, packed out, locked in, and I need to unlock it and throw it up out of me,
Yeah.
you know? And I didn't understand why am I paying this person this amount of money per hour? I kept thinking about the money. And
Uh-huh.
it's priceless when you can have somebody to actually listen to you.
Yeah.
That was the one. And I didn't see the value in it until I got
Hmm.
into it, like how you did. You dived into it, stayed consistent. Oh, the value. Now I get it. To actually find someone, to have someone to actually listen to me without judging and to help me see a different perspective of whatever it is I'm talking about.
Right. Right.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's really important right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Really.
Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. So guys, this video is almost about to go out. Okay. We only got 35 minutes on our video. We are currently on Zoom. This is a recorded session. It will be posted on YouTube. Real Talk Recov. You can find that. All the information will be in the description. Before we go, Shayla, do you want to maybe give out some information as far as I don't know, whatever it is, resources or whatever? Anything?
Um, if you are in the legal system and you're trying to find your way and certain things is just not feeling right to you, or you're dealing with trauma, PTSD, anxiety, depression, you should tell your lawyer to reach out to mental health court and get into that program as well. And also make sure that you stay into sober living homes. Get into a sober living home, stay on your business, and do what you have to do. Call 211 so you can get on some housing lists. Says Home Forward also is about to open up a list. And stay in prayer and stay encouraged because everything is going to be okay. You may not understand it now, but you're
Yeah.
going to look back and say, "Thank you, God."
Mm. Thank y'all so much. This is going to be the end of this video. Please, the end of the in the description of this video, you will see Shahala's Facebook information. Follow her, support her. She's trying to monetize on Facebook, y'all. Let's give her some love over there. Get her up in the thousands, baby.
Dang.
Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and maneuver over to Podbean. Okay, we're going to continue the audio version of this conversation, guys. All right, we're gonna get over here. Thank you so much, Shayla. Y'all,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much.